Alright, time to start another vlog, I guess. Come up from Melbourne up to Sydney last night. I got here something ridiculous like at 8 o'clock at night, which is crazy because I never get to sleep during the night. It's 7 o'clock in the morning Queensland time, because I run on Queensland time because I'm based up there. And I'm out the gate again. So I've already got my paperwork. I've got to go fuel up my truck, and then I'm going to stop for a coffee on the way out of here because bloody... Even though I'm pretty good with waking up in the mornings, I'm not much of a fan of getting up in the morning. So let's go for a drive. So what is it? It's going on quarter to eight now. Very early departure, and I'm very happy about it. My trailers are loaded. I'm taking a double set straight back up home to Brisbane. I'll stop for a coffee. I'm going to stop for a coffee somewhere on the way out. I might actually grab like a breakfast sandwich or something too, just to keep me moving so I don't have to stop and heat up food. Come on, buddy. What are you doing? Bloody traffic. Some people have too much Weet-Bix. Come on, old mate. You're doing 90 going downhill. Here at the Wyong Ampol that I was at in vlog 7. I just pulled in here. I'm going to use the restroom, get a coffee, grab a McMuffin or something from Macca's, and then hit the road again. So like I said at the end of the last vlog, I'm back in the big cab. It's running like a dream. I'm not actually sure what happened to the gearbox, but whatever problem it had, they fixed it, and I couldn't be happier. Even though all these trucks are basically the same, this is the truck that I'm most comfortable in. I had this truck for just over 12 months, like 14. I had this truck for just over 12 months before I gave it up for a brand new one. I passed the brand new one on to someone else after a month or something, and then kind of jumped around trucks. Now the bloke who was in this one is now in the office, so they offered it back to me and I took it like that. Got my coffee. So I don't actually enjoy hot coffees. Sometimes I do, but I usually get a chocolate frappe with 2 or 3 shots of coffee in it, and that's my usual order. Because the coffee shots melt the ice, it turns into like a thick shake, a chocolate thick shake with a coffee in it. So this is probably the worst thing that I eat. Yeah, so these trailers, I think I'll end up dropping them off to where they're getting unloaded. I'm gonna put my foot in it today and try and get home early enough so that my wife and kid can come pick me up and I can go home for the night and then come back and do my last run tomorrow. I'm gonna put the camera down for a bit, so I'm not gonna film anything for a bit, just because there's traffic. It's been early in the morning, like it's only 9:30. Being early in the morning, there's just people everywhere, so I'd prefer not to have a camera on my head. Before I leave though, I've just realised that my running lights, I know that I've got indicators and brake lights, but I've just realised that my running lights aren't working. It's during the day, because it's daylight, it doesn't really, I couldn't see it properly when I left the yard, and I always travel with my running lights on so I can see whether or not everything's working. So what I'm doing is I'm going to open the dash up here and see if any of the, I think they're called circuit breakers, have popped a switch. Oh, here we go. See that? That green one there. Something would have tripped that. Whether it's the connection on the trailer, it's not my lead because I didn't have any problems last night, but it must be because one of my A trailers, one of the older trailers, it must have just tripped it. They just come. They did come on, but it's hard to show that. Usually when I've got brake lights and indicators but no running lights, that's usually the problem, and it just means that something's tripped it, that's all. Like I said, I'm going to put the camera down for a while. There's school buses everywhere, the highway's packed full of cars and trucks and everything. I'd rather not have a camera attached to the top of me. on. Open. Of course. For some reason I always get pulled in here. Shows you guys what I just saw. I got pulled in at Pine Creek just before Coffs Harbour. For some reason, whenever this bridge is open and I'm going past it, they pull me in. I know, I'm not trying to say that I think that they singled me out, because they don't. There's no way that they know that I'm driving this truck. But yeah, it just happens every time I come past there and it's open. But that's alright. I don't do anything dodgy with my book. If they find something in my book, it might be like a missed signature, or I forgot to circle something. It's just like one of those things. It's like going through an airport. You feel like you're doing something wrong, even though you know you're not. So, oh well. And just like that, got my logbook back. I've only been here for a couple of minutes. I asked him how he went, and he said, "Spot on, mate. Thank you very much." And I said, "Sweet, I'm out of here." Alrighty. Northbound out of the Pine Creek Bridge, Weybridge. Oh, you idiot. What? Come on, far out. Shut up, radio. Bang on 4 o'clock. Bang on 4 o'clock. Alright, it's been bang on 6 hours since I left Wyong. It took me, I didn't get as far as I thought I was going to in the 6 hour stint, because Traffic in Beresfield, I got pulled into the weighbridge like you guys saw, and then traffic in Coffs was horrible as well. They don't let us log breaks in our log books when we get pulled into weigh stations. I don't know, it's just a rule they have. So that just burnt some of my book, but that's alright. So I'm just above McLean, or South McLean I think it is, just before Yamba and the Yamba Bridge. He had a big flat spot on his tyre, that bloke. So I'm still around 3.5 hours from Brisbane. So by the time I'll be up in Brisbane by 8 o'clock, hopefully. Hopefully it's not too late for my wife and kid to come pick me up. Shot some trucks. Gotta love trucks. My next stop will be Brisbane, I think. No doubt I'll turn the camera on somewhere up the road, I think. Come on, mate. What are we doing, 80? Oh, please don't. I'm getting picked up last night. Oi! Shh! I'm getting picked up last night by my wife and kid, and we got home. I was home early. I was home at around 8:30, I think, this is the earliest I've ever been home in the week. So I'm not leaving again today. I'm not leaving for my last run again until 2 in the afternoon. So like I get between the end of my last run and this run today, it's like a 16-17 hour break. I don't know, I haven't done the maths, but we're gonna go to get a coffee and take old mate here to the playground. It's a bit of a treat for the middle of the week. But well, I'll talk to you guys when I'm going back into the yard. So I do apologise for, first of all, the wind noise from the aircon, because it's hot as anything here. Oh, it's not hot, it's just humid, but I do apologise for skipping basically from the yard to home and then going back to the yard. Last night my GoPro went flat and silly me forgot to charge it while I was driving in the truck, so I had to charge it overnight while I was asleep. But so yesterday I came home. So yesterday I came back up to Brisbane from Sydney. So I come up from Sydney, and tonight I'm taking a single out to Inverell. I love going out there with doubles because I make more money towing a double there, loading it and bringing it back. But yeah, singles, it's such a fast trip going out there with singles. When you got an empty single, because when you got an empty single and 600 horsepower, the truck just doesn't slow down. However, I did pin a comment at the top of Vlog8's video for our UK subscribers, because I know there's a few of you that watch. I'm trying to find out where the UK or the lorry drivers from the UK get all their, like, where's the Facebook pages, the media outlets that you guys look for, that you guys look to for all your truck gossip and things like that. I have a series that I'm playing with in my head. I'm thinking about creating. I'd have to do as much research as I can first. So if anyone from the UK could tell me the Facebook pages or the wherever you guys go to get your articles and all your gossip, that would be awesome. Like us here in Australia, the main one that I think we all look to is Big Rigs. I don't know, I think they're a magazine, but they're also like they've got an online presence. They do online articles and things like that, but they do all like the big industry articles, but also they do articles about owner drivers and things like that. And of course there's owner driver which is a magazine as well. Those are the two kind of media outlets that I look at for truck articles in Australia. But I want to know where the UK looks. Just come up Cunningham's Gap. I know I always show that area, like Arachula, and coming up the road, up the range there. But I do it because I love that area. I think it's one of the more, it's one of the nicer places that I get to drive through. So every time I come out here to Inverell, I'll always show that hill. I'm going to leave the camera here just to give you guys a different point of view, because you can see somewhat out that side, out the windscreen and out that side of the truck, and you can obviously see me bouncing up and down the road. I'm around 3.5 hours from Inverell. Talk to you guys soon. The GoPro's about to go flat, so I'm going to take it off the window, put it on the charger, and I'll put it on top of me somewhere down the road, and start getting some POV footage. Just got out here to Inverell, got all my PPE on. There's a truck pulling off the dock now. I'm pretty sure I'll be straight on. I got out here at 7:30, so it took me 5 1/4 to get out here, which is pretty normal with a single on. I love bringing a single out here because the hills don't matter. You just fly over the top of everything and down the other side of everything. But anyway, hopefully I'm out of here within an hour, and then 5 1/2 back to Brisbane, which will put me back in Brisbane around 3 o'clock. Alright, so I've got 1 Chet pallet and 33 Loskin pallets over 22 spaces, and I'm very light. I just checked my weights and I've only got like 15 tonne on the back, I think. Alright, so now our turnaround's pretty good. Yeah, I'm cheering. I'll be back in Brisbane by 2 o'clock, so I don't have to stop on my way to Brisbane if I don't want to. There's a high chance that I could be doing my weekly trip into the Shell Service Centre at Arachula to get a breakfast sandwich. So, but I'll see how we go. I've still got apricot chicken in the fridge, so I might just eat that when I get back to Brisbane. I just reached the Arachula Shell Service Centre. As for those of you who don't watch these Inverell vlogs every week, every time I come back through Arachula on my way back to Brisbane, I stop and get one of their breakfast sandwiches because they're amazing. Even though it's only 12:30 at night, I'm still going to get one. I can't help myself. The goods have been obtained. I don't really want to spend too much longer here. With it only being 12:30, I want to get home, so get home early, go to sleep, and I'll be awake at the same time the family's awake. Oh, it's bloody hot, this thing. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. By the way, this sandwich, this might be the best one yet. I reckon it is. I'm gonna get this one every time I come here. It's awesome. Aioli, onion, chicken, cheese, bacon. Oh, can't beat it. Alright, Brisbane. And that's me done for the week. So I got back here at 2:15 in the morning, and I left at 2:15, so 12 hours bang on the dot. I'm back in Brisbane and on my way home. Before I forget, because I forget every week, my K's for the week, I always forget to round them up and tell you guys. So in that first truck, I done 1,622 kilometers, and once I jumped back in my big cab on Tuesday morning, all up, I just forgot the number, but all up I've done 4,340 kilometers this week. That's basically every week I do that number right there. I'm going to take all my gear out. I'll leave my bedding in here because it doesn't need to be washed, but everything else will come out, all my rubbish. I keep that corner over there. I usually just launch my empty water bottles back there and then clean them all up at the end of the day. That's me done for the week. This will be the end of this video. This week's been a pretty good week. Got home early yesterday and got to see the family. I'm not as drained kind of thing. So yeah, I'm gonna go home now, chill out for the weekend. In other news, Luke Combs just released a new album, so I played that for 10 hours straight today. Thank you guys for all your support on everything that we do. I really do appreciate it. Oh, actually, before I forget, shout out to the bloke that I passed on the Logan motorway in the red Volvo that got onto me on the radio saying he watched the videos. I appreciate you watching, brother. If anyone else sees me out there, don't be shy to give me a yell. I'm always up for a chat. But yeah, like I said, we wouldn't be partnered without you guys. The channel wouldn't be growing the way that it is without you guys. We really do appreciate all of it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.